Day 20 Word of God Psalms 96-2. Sing unto the Lord, bless his name. Show forth his salvation from day to day. Psalm chapter 96 is a powerful song of praise that celebrates the greatness of God and his reign over all creation. It is believed to have been used during Israel's temple worship, particularly in celebrations of God's kingship and sovereignty. The psalm calls not only Israel but all nations and all of creation to worship the Lord. Psalm chapter 96 verse 2 emphasizes daily worship and testimony, urging the people to sing and bless God's name while proclaiming his salvation. This psalm reflects Israel's role as a witness to God's power and goodness, as well as a call for all the earth to join in recognizing God's glory. Psalm chapter 96 verse 2 has three key commands. In Sing unto the Lord, this is an invitation for all to join in joyful worship, using song as an expression of love, gratitude, and reverence for God. In Bless his name, to bless God's name is to give honor and reverence to his character and works. It acknowledges who he is and gives him the praise he deserves. In Show forth his salvation from day to day, this means to proclaim and testify about God's saving work continually. This can refer both to the historical acts of deliverance, such as Israel's exodus from Egypt, and to the personal experiences of God's salvation in the lives of his people. This part of the verse calls for daily acknowledgement of God's saving power, making worship a continuous, daily practice. In Psalm chapter 34 verse 1, I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. This verse mirrors the call in Psalm chapter 96 verse 2 for constant worship and acknowledgement of God's greatness. In Isaiah chapter 12 verse 4-5, give thanks to the Lord, call on his name, make known among the nations what he has done. This reflects the same command to proclaim God's salvation to others, just as Psalm chapter 96 verse 2 emphasizes. In Exodus chapter 15 verse 1-2, after the crossing of the Red Sea, Moses and the Israelites sing a song of praise to the Lord, showing how worship naturally follows a great act of salvation. In Colossians chapter 3 verse 16, let the word of Christ dwell in you richly, singing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, with thankfulness in your hearts to God. This verse emphasizes singing and worship as a vital part of the Christian life, echoing the call in Psalm chapter 96 verse 2. In Hebrews chapter 13 verse 15, by him therefore let us offer the sacrifice of praise to God continually, that is, the fruit of our lips giving thanks to his name. This continues the theme of continual praise and blessing of God's name. In Matthew chapter 28 verse 19-20, the Great Commission, where Jesus commands his disciples to spread the good news of salvation to all nations, aligns with the call in Psalm chapter 96 verse 2 to show forth his salvation every day. Psalm chapter 96 verse 2 challenges the church to make daily worship a priority, both personally and corporately. Worship is not just for Sundays, it is something we should engage in day by day. Singing to the Lord can take many forms, whether through literal songs, prayers, or living a life that honors him. Blessing his name reminds us to acknowledge God's character and his ongoing work in our lives. We are also called to show forth his salvation daily, meaning we must share our testimonies and the good news of Jesus with others. This verse is a call to live a life of continuous praise and proclamation, inviting all people to see the greatness of God. God bless you and give you grace after grace.